Welcome everybody to good old Granger on the old spot, the old Granger Elementary School building. We got ourselves a good one today. It's featuring your Highland Hornets and Massillon Perry Panthers, and a big one because the winners taking on Massillon Washington and Struthers. The losers going home and never playing again this year. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen indeed, but I do know we are 16-4. Whoopsie doodles. All I know is that we are 16-4 on the season. And Massillon Perry is 7-17, I believe. Let me check for a second. If not 7-16, they are 7. And I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta check it out for a second. Just take my word for it when I say they have 7 wins. It's just that my binder is stuck on my pen. Of course, that's where my pen will be as we are ready for today's action. I'm Tommy Maroon here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. We got 26 more subscribers, and then boom, we're at 1,000. Who would have thunk it when I first started up this YouTube channel? That was almost 7 years ago. So congratulations to me. Not yet. For taking my precious time to get to 1,000 subscribers. But you're not here for me to talk about myself. You're here for me to talk about these guys. They're doing such a great job in high school baseball this year. 16-4, 4 losses, but 2 of them were in the last week. One on Senior Day to Brunswick. That was Monday, if I'm not mistaken, 8 days ago. No, last Monday, 9 days ago, because that was, of course, Memorial Day. 2 days ago was Memorial Day, but 9 days ago we were playing Brunswick on Senior Day, and we lost. Last Friday we played the always rough and tough Medina Battling Bees, and we lost 6-2. So, who's Perry coached by? Craig Whitaker. That's who he's coached by. Whitaker assisted by Cameron Palmer and Dan McCormick and Drew Goyda. Mason Dodavio, Craig Parnicott, and Zach Brownsword. You know our dudes by now. Jay Grissom is the head man. He does a great job leading the Black and Green Brigade as he has been the last 13 years. Todd Winston, Ben Stobbs, and Rob Hardgrove. Assistants, I don't see Mr. Hardgrove anywhere, as they call him Grover. But, oh well, Coach Grissom talking things over with the 3 umpires here today. Yeah, we got 3 umpires because it's a playoff game. Playoffs. Jim Moore famously quipped. I saw the other day Jim Moore is 91. He's still going on strong. Good for him. Good for him. So Coach Grissom talking things over with the umpires. We'll have a home plate umpire, first base and second base. Of course, the D3 Baseball College World Series is coming up on Friday. I'll talk to you more about that as time progresses because, of course, the oldest and greatest university in America is in it. We are almost ready to get this party up and running. Oh boy, this should be fun. That's just me speaking. There's 7-19 on the campaign. Thank you all again, as always, as we are waiting for this game to begin. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Sorry for stalling, ladies and gentlemen. Just takes some time to get this show up and running, you know. Trying to balance out this phone so I don't get it sideways. So I'll say, oh, your phone needs to be rotated the right way. But anyways, winners got Washington. They beat North Olmsted pretty handily, 10-0 yesterday out in Washington. Winners going to Struthers. Yeah, Struthers. I can't believe that. That is quite a hike, an hour 15 from my house. maybe a little longer from Highland High School, maybe a little shorter, but regardless, I live pretty darn close to Highland. So it's a hike. I don't know if I'm willing to take said hike. I know I'm not. I know Mrs. Grissom wasn't a fan of that. So without further ado, Coach Grissom rallies the troops over on the third base side. We're going to listen to the national anthem in a little bit. So here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a member school of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Highland High School welcomes you to this district semifinal contest between Highland High School and Massillon Perry. To honor America, please stand and join in the playing of our national anthem.
Due to this being a playoff game, you will not get any video feed tonight. So there is that. We will, however, have an audio radio feed out here today. So let my lips, let my mouth paint the picture for you. All righty. It's an hour 13 from Highland to Struthers. That is nuts. I'm not going to make that drive. I know that my mom and dad would kill me if I did that. But we got ourselves a dandy of a contest. Highland High School and Massillon Perry High School. Coach Grissom rallies up the troops over on the third base dugout, which is where the home dugout is, as you know by now.
Starting lineup there.
Let's look at Perry's lineup, shall we? Yes, we shall. Rowan Halter leads off, followed by number 20, Liam Battersher, and number 13, Michael Takis. Number 3 is Jonathan Wyman. After that, it's Roman Alessandro. Then it's number 9, Jack Kent. Then number 5 would be Brian Whitmer. After that is number 2, Hunter Brand. And number 17 rounds things out. That's Everett Dougherty. So who is pitching for us, you may be asking. I tell you who's pitching for us, Dan Miller. And catching is Cole Fernandez at first, Grady Gibb at second, Parker Janikis at third, Nick Dubkowski at short, Anthony DePompe at left is Luke Girding, at center is Colton Winston, and at right field is Casey Meisner. Not to mention Logan Spate is doing the DHing today, so there is that. Dan's still getting stuff ready on the mound. Full surprise again, he ain't playing collegiately. He was dealt the loss in the last game. That was back on Friday. So we'll see what we have
Number 13.
next. It was a tough game for the good guys, but as I said, get your clunker out now. Don't want it to happen in the playoffs. I mean, you got 6 games. 6 games to get a 6-game winning streak in. Get on a 6-game winning streak, I'll be honest with you.
Ben Brunty, Jonathan Brunty, Jake Burkhardt.
Folks, I'm trying to think. as we have 6 consecutive wins before we can say we are state champions. It won't be easy. Leading off is Rowan Hauer. Roman Halter, I beg your pardon. Roman Halter. He is the center fielder for the Perry Panthers as we are almost ready to get this show on the road. He bats right-handed. Dan Miller standing tall on the mound. Had a 5-inning no-hitter against Copley earlier this year. That was at this joint right here. As Coach Winston telling us what to do. Here we go. Hornets, Panthers. Swing and a miss. First pitch. Great to have you aboard. Time is your play-by-play announcer. Winner gets Washington. Loser goes home. And never plays again. Until late March, of course. 0-1 here is fouled back. Dan Miller looking to do what he didn't have last Friday. And hey, I think he's a pretty confident dude. He's a good pitcher too. Dan. 0-2 coming up here. Ooh, he has to duck out of the way. Number 8, Rowan Halter, thus making it a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Dan getting ready once again. He kicks and he's going to let this baby go. Checked his swing. Third or first base umpire says no. No, he did not go, thus making it 2-2 now. Count started off 0-2, ladies and gentlemen. Dan Miller ready. Here's the pitch. Oh, he floats an off-speeder, and it is in the strike zone. Buckle up, Halter. That's one gone. William Battersher, number 20, is up. Battersher is the catcher for those rough and tough Perry Panthers. Dan Miller ready. He's a left-handed batting catcher. So there's that first pitch is a swing and a foul ball, first base side. 0-1. There's got a lot of coaches on their team, but Craig Whitaker, the head coach for the Panthers. 0-1. And gonna strike right in there. 0-2. William Basher had no clue what to do on that thing. Expect the pitcher's duel today. I'll tell you why once we hit the bottom half of the first. Is the 0-2 here is, looked like strike 3, but the home plate umpire begs to differ. Missed by the slightest of margins. Can't really tell from this angle. Mainly doing part of the third base coach, but he's got to do his job. 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Breaking ball lower part of the plate. So that's 2 strikeouts now for Dan Miller to start this baby. So who's up now? Number 13, Mitchell Takis. 2 out, says the home plate umpire. That very much is true. First pitch. He's going to foul that one off at 0-1. Takis is the first baseman for the Perry Panthers, who have seen their first 2 batters of the ball game strike out via swinging. No, one looking, one swinging, excuse me. 0-1 here. Oh, upstairs, 1-1 first time. We see a ball with less than 2 strikes. You know what I mean? As Dan Miller ready, going as 1-1 go. Fouled back, and he's a strike away from punching out the sign in order. And that's always fun if you're Dan Miller, but that's just me speaking. Cole Fernandez talking with Dan, giving him a bit of a talk on what to do here. 1-ball, 2 strikes. So number 13, Mitchell Takis. He's ready. So is Dan. Here comes Dan's 1-2, and he's going to bounce one towards the third base side. Nick Dubkowski. No, he throws down to Gibb. What a stretch by Grady Gibb for the third out of the inning. Well, that was scary, but a good play by Dobbs on the third base side. And down in order to go, the Perry Panthers. All righty, folks. What does our starting lineup consist of, you might be wondering? I got it for you, folks. Colton Winston leads off, followed by Anthony DePompe, followed by Casey Miser, followed by Grady Gibb, followed by Nick Dubkowski, followed by Luke Girding, followed by Logan Spate, followed by Cole Fernandez, and rounding things out, Parker Janikis at second. So here's why I'm thinking pitcher's duel today. Jack Kentz is a Tiffin commit. He is going to be on the mound today for the Perry Panthers. Number 9 He's right-handed. He's got William Battersher catching. He's got Mitchell Takis at first. He's got Carmen Diallo at second. He's got Roman Alessandro at third. He's got, let's see here, Brian Whitmer at short, Everett Doherty at left. At center is Roland Halter. And at right is Jonathan Lemon, not to mention Hunter Brown being the DH. Hunter Brand, excuse me. Hunter Brand is DHing as the number 8 hole hitter for Carmen Diallo. So Colton Winston waiting out here on this finally nice day here in late May. I know the weather has not been that nice. It's been rather cruel basically all year round, at least since December. And now I think we've finally made it to good weather. Thank God. That was driving me nuts. But I'm pretty sure we all knew that by now. Coach Stobbs takes first as I don't see Mr. Hardgrove anywhere. Jay Grissom at third. Good coach, Mr. Grissom. I'm pretty sure we all know that by now. Colton Winston's going to kick things off in the bottom half of the first inning with the good guys scoreless, as are the Panthers. First pitch coming up, Colton. He's going to foul one back, heads up. Nobody's home, though, behind the field. Of course, there's a softball field down on the hill. Also down on the hill, the lacrosse field. As the 0-1 coming up, Colton's going to foul that one, spoil it 0-2. And then up top the hill, you got the baseball field. Of course, there is no high school lacrosse play there. It's youth lacrosse. Towards the right of me. If you've been here before, if you've watched broadcasts on WHBW, you know what I'm talking about. As the 0-2 coming up, Colton Winston will way off. And it just misses 1-2. Coach Grissom clapping on Colton as the Tiffin commit Kent looking to match Dan with at least 2 strikeouts. 1-2. That one is dropped by the catcher low and away. 2-2. Good thing Colton didn't swing at, though, because he still stabbed at it. Still stabbed at it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Getting ready once again. Colton Winston waiting. Pitch coming up here from Jackins. Line shot foul towards me, left field. Good thing there's caging right near me. Otherwise, that would have hit me in the leg or something like that. And I'd be like SpongeBob and nail my leg. Upgard. 2-2, Colton Winston. Pitch. Spoiled foul and back. We'll try it again. 7th pitch of the at-bat, ladies and gentlemen. Kent on the mound once again as Casey retrieves the foul ball. He's not on deck. Anthony DePompe is on deck. 2-2 still to Colton. The left-handed hitting, left-handed throwing center fielder. Still waiting for the sign. He's got it. And timeout taken. We'll try it again, 2-2. I don't think there's a pitch clock in high school baseball. No, there's in college, but I don't think so in high school. 2-2 coming up. Misses low and away. It's a full count. There's no ABS. I'll tell you that as well. As Anthony DePompe is the dude on deck. Count starter off 0-2. We're on the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Getting ready here. Jack Kent's ready. He lets his payoff go. Fouled back. 9th pitch of the at-bat. This has truly been a war thus far at the plate. Colton making Jack throw everything he can think of. What do you do here on the 9th pitch of the at-bat? I don't know. All I do know is that's not going to be easy with a guy like Colton at the plate. He's got the advantage, of course, righty on lefty, or lefty on righty, rather. The next payoff right here in Colton is going to smash one over the middle for a base hit. That is how you got a good rally going. A leadoff single. Anthony DePompe comes up to bat. That is what you call a good battle, ladies and gentlemen. 0-2, eventually found some pitches off while making it 3-2, and then eventually singling with a sharp ground ball into center field. See if Anthony dares to bunt. Third baseman, Alessandro, preparing for the bunt. He's on the infield grass. Anthony does show bump, ways off upstairs 1-0. Can't bunt at a pitch way over your head. That'd be a bad strike one. Colton dare run for second. So Roman waiting for the bunt attempt as Anthony on 1 ball, no strikes right here. Pops it up. That ball is not going to be caught, though. It's foul. 1-1. We abandon the bunt. He's got 1 strike. It's not a 2-strike approach, of course. On this somewhat of a sunny Wednesday afternoon here in good old Granger. Winner's going to Struthers tomorrow. 1-1. That one misses. 2-1 outside. No, it's a strike. 1-2. Excuse me. He must have gone around Anthony. So now he can't bunt. That wouldn't be a good idea. Pickoff attempt down at first. Colton gets back in there in time. Yes, sir. Anthony DePompe with Casey Meiser waiting patiently on deck. And ready again, Anthony. Another pickoff down at first. Colton beats it with a head first dive. The first baseman is Michael Takis. As it is a 1-2 pitch coming up here. That one is upstairs. 2-2. Good pitch there by Kent's. Just could not find the zone. 2-2. So nobody out. Colton taking his lead at first. He's ready as a 2-2. Anthony is fouled back. What is this now? 6th pitch of the at-bat. He's thrown about 15 pitches today, and he's only gone through 2 batters, and both batters making Jack Kent sweat out here. Grissom telling Anthony some encouragement out there. You know, that's always a good thing. Coach Grissom, quite a good coach. 2-2 here. That thing's popped up foul. Nobody's going to catch that. It's way out of play. Keeping it a 2-ball, 2-strike count. So this at-bat really taking its sweet and precious time. Let me assure you that. Getting ready again, Anthony. Kent's trying to think of everything. 2-2. And he misses a hole high and away. 3-2 again. I believe this is the 8th pitch of the at-bat, the 17th of the day for Jack. And he's got the big man, Casey Meiser, waiting patiently on deck. Full count after it start off 1-2. Getting ready. Another pickoff down first. No tag. Wind blowing in from about right field, maybe right center field. It's blowing in, I can tell you that. Usually blows in here. Payoff. And Anthony down looking. 1 gone. Colton pump faked the stolen base. It's all right. He made him work. Made him work. Could perhaps be a short outing for Jack Kent, who is throwing a lot of pitches out here. He's closing in on 20. Here's a guy by the name of Casey Meiser. You might know him, folks. First pitch to Casey is a ball that misses. 1-0. Gonna play for the Bobcats next year of OU. That's Really good ball player, if I were to say so myself. Good football player, too. Of course, you saw him do it all school year. Oh, but he swung and missed at the 1-0, making it 1-1. Looked like ball 2 as well. It's all righty. Casey's still doing his job out here. Pickoff attempt down to first, and no tag again as Colton makes it back in there. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. It is a scoreless affair. And another pickoff down at Colton. He does tag him, but he can't get him in time. Kent's between throwing down first and throwing or pitching to the hitters. He's been using a workout today. The 1-1's hit in the air out to right center field. That ball is going to be caught by the center fielder. 2 gone. Center fielder being Rowan Halter. Not the best contact Casey has had, but almost got the job done. There's a cleanup man, Grady again. So after a leadoff single, it was a strikeout after an 8-pitch at bat, and then after a 3-pitch at bat, he got Casey to fly out to center. First pitch is a strike to Grady, 0-1. Grady ain't gonna play collegial either. Pickoff attempt down to first again. I tell you, Jack's really paranoid about Colton at first. Colton's got speed to burn, as you know by now. We dare go down to second, the 0-1. Another pickoff. Once count, we've seen about maybe 7 pickoff attempts to get him. Good thing there's no limit for Perry. Bad thing there's no limit for us, because Colton would definitely be deep. At least at second, as they reset. Nothing in 1. He goes down to him again. No, 0-1 here. Hit high in the air out to left field. Easy play for the left field, camping underneath it and catching it. Left fielder Everett Doherty. He bats 9th for the Perry Panthers. And that concludes the first inning. We did get ahead. It was a leadoff single by Colton Winston. That was it, though. Strikeout looking from Anthony, and then a fly out to Halter, and then a fly out to Doherty. So much for that leadoff single. But hey, Dan Miller's return to the mound. That's all you can ask for, folks. Dan Miller had a 1-2-3 inning, striking out the first 2 and then needing Nick Dubkowski, who's leading off the bottom half of the second, by the way, to bail him out of that 3rd out. Who's leading off for them, you might be wondering. It's Jonathan Lemon, followed by number 1, Roman Alessandro, followed by number 9, Jack Kintz. Jonathan Lemon, number 3, by the way. 5, 6, and 7 to up for the good guys in the bottom half of inning number 2. Dan doing a good job. At least he did a good job in the first inning. Let's hope he still has more left in the tank. As I said, we might be seeing ourselves an old-fashioned pitcher's duel. As nobody has scored yet. I know it's only been 1 inning, but still, you gotta remember, they don't play a full 9-inning game in high school. They play a 7-inning game. So like how they don't play 15 minutes in football or lacrosse, or 20 minutes in hockey, or 12 minutes in basketball. But anyways, here is Jonathan Lemon, the right fielder, leading off for those rough and tough Perry Panthers. Lemon watches strike 1, 0-1. Dan Miller struck out the first 2 batters he faced today. And 2 of the 3 batters he's faced today. 0-1 here is fouled all the way back. That might be him for the softball field, perhaps. Can't tell. We're supposed to play Barberton today in softball, but Coach Grissom said that Barberton decided not to play again. What else is new? It's ridiculous, I know. 0-2. He did not get him. Ooh, Cole Fernandez thought it was strike 3, but it misses a little low. And away 1-2. Cole walks up and flares it back to Dan. I don't blame Cole. I thought that was strike 3 as well. But no. It's 1-2. Getting ready again. Dan Miller wants it go, and he gets him to swing and miss. Cole on it on the drop third strike. Throws down to Gibb. 3 strikeouts for Dan Miller. Okie dokie, Roman Alessandro up with nobody on and 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. Coach Winston telling us to shift over. As here comes the first pitch. Fouled back. Roman Alessandro playing third base today. Jack Kent's the pitcher, waits patiently on deck. I'm surprised Dan Miller ain't batting today. Coach Grissom decided to roll with Logan Spade in the DH instead. 0-1 is fouled. First base sign, I think he fouled it off him as well. So would have gone towards the third base sign in that case because he's right-handed, but fouled off him and then went the other way. 0-2, Dan ready. He is waiting. Here he comes with the pitch. Sharply ruled in the short. Anthony DePompe throws down to Gibb. 2 gone. Jack Kent comes up to bat looking to help out his own cause in the top half of inning number 2, so it won't be a 20 strikeout game unless we have extras, of course, because the maximum you can get in a high school baseball game is 21. And has struck out 3 of 5. First pitch is high and in, 1-0. 1 hit for us, 0 for Perry thus far as the 1 ball, no strike pitch. Kent's almost went around and want to peel down to first, and Cole gets no avail on that. 2-0. First time Dan's fallen behind in a count today. But he's still doing a good job. He's gonna do his thing. 2-0. High in the air, foul, first base side. That's him for a car. Hopefully not my car, though. 2 balls and a strike here to Mr. Kent's. The pitcher on pitcher. He's going to foul 1 first base side, so counted start off 2-0 has now become 2-2. Dan Miller back in this thing. So after 2 quick outs, Dan Miller looking for another 1-2-3 inning. 2-2 coming up here. Sharply lined in the right center. Parker Janikis won't get it. Base hit. Their first of the day. So there won't be a 1-2-3 inning as Kins helps out his own cause with a base hit. Brian Whitmer comes up to bat. Whitmer, the shortstop for the Perry Panthers. So here's Dan with traffic for the first time today as the first pitch misses way upstairs. Good catch by Cole, though. It's 1-0. Come on, Dan. Just got 1 more out. That's all we need. Pickoff attempt to Gibb. Won't get him as Gibb didn't even bother tagging him. Wasn't going to get him anyways. It'll be 5-6-7 to up for the good guys in the bottom of the second as the 1-0 misses low and away. And now Dan's down 2-0 once again. Brian Whitmer, the shortstop, ahead in the count. Dan working fast. Here he comes with the pitch. He guns a strike in the lower outer corner. 2-1. Good pitch by Mr. Miller. See what happens here. As the 2-1 coming up here from Mr. Miller. Want to go, and there's one golfed in the air out to right center. Easy play. Colton Winston, 3 gone. So that is nothing doing despite that 2-out hit for Perry via Jack Kentz. Kentz is going to have to return to the mound out here with his team scoreless, but we're scoreless too. Nick Dubkowski leads off. Lucas Girding and Logan Spade are to follow in the bottom half of inning number 2. One of these schools will play their last game of the season. Let's hope it's Perry and not us. Bolton got us our only hit. Jack Kent's has them their only hit today. We've only played an inning and a half, but you know me, I always want that no-hitter like crazy. But that's just me speaking. That is just me speaking. So Dobbs, the third baseman, gonna wait things off for the good guys in a minute. Jack Kent's still thrown out there. Had a workout in his first two at-bats. The last two at-bats were a little bit smoother for him. Of course, the second at-bat wound up being a backwards K, and then the third one was a fly out to center, then the fourth one and last one a fly out to left. You will not, once again, be getting any video feed today, ladies and gentlemen. It is playoff time. You won't be getting any more video feed until August. For a live stream, that is, because of the fact that we are deep in the playoffs now. We are well in the playoffs now, not deep in the playoffs yet. All right, Dobbs, let's get this second inning going with a hit or something like that. At least a base runner. That's all I'm concerned about if I'm Dobbs. Just getting on base. Nick Dubkowski leading off. Future John Carroll receiver. Drives me nuts, I know. Drives Coach Hilbert nuts, I'll tell you that. He told me it drives him nuts. It drives me nuts too, Mr. Hilbert, let me tell you that. First pitch. Nick lays off 1-0, 0 away. Tom's a very talented athlete, let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. One of the best in this class of 26. Football receiver, of course, point for University Heights again. Basketball guard, and of course, third baseman on the baseball team. The 1-0 misses high and 2-0. And speaking of Highland receivers, Gerd's on deck. Come on, Dobbs is right. Kent's getting ready out here. He's going to let his 2-0 go, and Nick wisely lays off. He's well in the driver's seat now. 3-0. Again, Gerd on deck. Kent's getting ready once more. A good crowd on hand, too, at least for the drive from Massillon, Perry. And as Nick walks on 4 pitches, a 3-0 miss as well. That means it's Lucas Gerding coming up to bat. Be surprised if Gerd tries to lay one down. He has bunted in the past. I'm third baseman Alessandro. Yep, he's playing on the infield grass essentially. He is indeed on the infield grass. Watch out now. You try to push it first base side. Oh, he's really going in, Alessandro, as Gerd shows bunt. He's going to bunt one right back to the mound. He might outleg that throw down to first. He is safe. Good hustle by Luke Gerding as the hustle attempt by Jack Kent could not get him. And now Logan Spade comes up with 2 on and ain't nobody out. And a shot at busting this thing wide open, perhaps getting us on the board bare minimum. That was a good bunt attempt. I told you he's got to push it down the first base side. He did. And Kins couldn't do anything. Logan showing bunt now as the first pitch. Oh, pickoff attempt down second. Dobbs is safe, thank God. Ooh, that was lucky. Jenkins almost got him. So Alessandro playing in, as is the first baseman Takas. Or Takas. I think it's Takas. Takas, I think. Logan Spade, however, takes way outside 1-0. He tried to show bunt before the pickoff attempt, did not even bother showing bunt on that one. And so they back up a little bit. Well, Logan Not really the type of guy to bunt either. 1-0. He's going to roll one on the ground at short. He may get on base. He's just going to eat it, the shortstop. And the bases are juiced for Cole Fernandez. Ryan Whitmer did not have a play at first. I assume you'll just call that an infield hit. Now Cole can get us on board. On the board for the first time today. Dobbs at third, Gerd at second, Spade at first. Ain't nobody out. Nobody's scored yet in this inning, though. First pitch to Cole. Upstairs, good eye, 1-0. Cole Fernandez, the catcher, future Yellow Jacket catcher. Waiting. The 1-ball, no strike pitch coming up here. Cole is going to take it in the strike zone, 1-1. Going 5, I think we can all get down with that. Bases loaded here. Nobody out. Nick is at third. Luke is at second. Logan's at first. And Cole is going to wisely way off upstairs to him. If there's one thing I know about Cole Fernandez, he is a very patient hitter. He waits for the pitch that he knows he can hit. And then once he knows he can hit it, he does it. So it's 2-1 here to Cole. And he is going to way off high and low inside. 3-1. He's in danger of walking in a run. Jack Hintz. Parker Janicus. He is on deck. Unless there's a crazy triple play of some sort. Let's hope there's no triple play. 3-1. Cole Fernandez waiting. Here comes a pitch, and he will walk him. Nice. 1-0. Pitch missed way too low. Told you Cole's a patient hitter. Sometimes he's a patient batter. And now they're going to talk things over. As we have Gerd at third. And Logan at second. And Cole at first. And Parker Janicus batting. 3 hits today for the good old Hornets, the Black and Green Brigade. 1 hit for Maslin Perry. Winner gets Washington tomorrow at 2 p.m. That'll be in Struthers near the Inzer Belt of Youngstown. Now, for a fact, I can't make it there because woo, it's quite a hike. It's one thing to go to Worcester, another thing to go to Triway. It's Struthers, that's an hour 15 east. Worcester's an easy drive, that's like 40 minutes south. Triway, that's like 45, 50 minutes south. And I was getting paid to do the game via Keon Sports. Shout out to Keon Sports. All righty. Home plate umpire talking with some folks on the first base side. I don't know what for. What I do know is that Parker can bust it wide open, perhaps. Let's hope he does. First pitch with the bases loaded. He's going to hit one high in the air out to shallow right. He's going to get that right field charging and diving. That is a foul ball. Diving effort there by Jonathan Lemon. So it's 0-1. Coach Winston talking with Logan after that. Get the ball back. Nice effort there by Lemon. He just couldn't get there. Unfortunately for his Panthers, that ball winds up going foul. So here comes the 0-1 here. Parker West 0-2. They're yet to record an out in this inning. And then they go back to the top of the order to follow Parker, even if they get an out. And a speedy Colton Winston waiting on deck. 0-2 is taken, and Parker Watches for strike 3. 1 gone. It's all right. Colton Winston's up. As long as if he doesn't hit a ground ball to shorter second, we should be fine. Keyword is should be fine. Keywords are should be fine. Keyword is should in that case scenario. First pitch, Colton Winston. He whiffs out a pitch. Whoa. 0-1. That was not a good swing there by Colton, but it's all good. He's still got 2 more strikes left. 0-1 here is taken for strike 0-2. Now he's got 1 more strike left. Hey, limit the damage out here. Anthony DePompe, unless there's a double play, is on deck. Nothing in 2 here. 1 gone in the bottom half of the second inning. Colton Winston ready. He wisely lays off high and away, making it 1-2. Beautiful day out here. No complaints. There's lacrosse going on to my right. No, you can't see anything, but take my word for it. 1-2 to Colton. He's going to bounce 1 through. This should get in a run. It's booted by the third baseman, Alessandro, to make it 2-0. That's an 8-5 if I ever saw one. He's lucky the ball stayed in front of him instead of behind him. Otherwise, that could have been much worse. So Colton's going to reach on an error. He's been on base twice today. Anthony, who struck out last time, comes up. Anthony DePompe. Yes, sirree. First pitch coming up. He's going to hit one high in the air out to left center. This should get the run in as the catch is Maywogan Spade tags. He's heading home. Here's the throw, the cutoff. Here's the throw, the plate, and that ball's going to get away. Both runners advance an extra 90. So it's 3-0 on the sac fly to the center fielder, Halter. Sometimes you don't need to hit it out of here. Sometimes you just need to get out and let the base runners do their thing. This is the 8th batter of the inning, and it's Casey Miser. Casey, of course, having himself a phenomenal season, as we know by now. And that's why they're going to give him the intentional pass. Oh, your dugout's not happy about it, but it's a logical decision because you got a force play at any base now. Yeah, Craig Whitaker had no other choice with a guy like Casey batting. And now he's got to deal with Grady Gibb, another tough out, but we'll see what Grady's got in stock. Cole at third, Colton at second, Casey at first, 2 gone, and Grady's going to watch outside, 1-0. This is the 9th batter of the inning, as things might be ballooning for the Panthers very soon if it hasn't already. 1-0 to Gibb, he's waiting. And the senior's going to swing and flare one in a right center field. Nobody's getting that. It's a base hit. 1 runs in. Here comes Colton Winston to the plate. Ball gets away from the second baseman, but he stays at second, Casey Miser, and now it's 5-0. So maybe it was a mistake to give Casey the free pass at first. And I see nobody in the bullpen right now for Mansell and Perry. And once again, for the second time in this inning, Nick Topkowski led off this inning with a 4-pitch walk, is coming up to bat. Casey at second, Grady at first, 2 gone, 5-0 advantage for the Black and Green Brigade as things are really starting to swell for the Panthers. First pitch to Dobbs is a strike, 0-1. 10th batter of the inning. Let's hope Nick is not the last one, because we got 2 on. Even if we strand him, it's been a very successful inning. 5 runs have been cashed in. 0-1 to Dobbs. There's a strike, and the runner goes down third. And the runner goes down second. It's a double steal. Empty bag at first, 0-2 to Dobbs. As he's a strike away from mercifully getting out of this inning here, Jack Kent. It's been a disaster for him in this bottom half of the second. And now getting the outfield, they'll drop in the outfield, makes it 7-0 for sure. 0-2. Nick wisely ways off. It is upstairs 1-0. Good eye there by the star third baseman. Just needs to get on base. Don't do anything special. Besides, it's been a great inning thus far. 5 runs being cashed in. 1-2. Dobbs pops one up first base side. Nobody's getting that. It's out of play. It would be Luke Girding next. Luke reached on a bunt single last time, and that was back in the second inning, but he may not come up again if Nick gets out swinging or something like that. 1-2, we're looking. The pitch. He's going to foul one back. Good eye. Good job to keep himself alive, Nick Dubkowski. He's got Casey at third. Gibb at second here. 2 gone, however. But the good news is we've cashed in 5 runs in the bottom half of the second in a 5-0 ball game. Tell you who's enjoying this, Dan Miller. He's got a vacation out here. 1-2 here is a ball that misses by the slightest of margins upstairs, maybe a little away. And a count that started off 0-2 has now become 2-2. Dan's not going to mind this at all, let me tell you that. 2-2 here to Nick. And Kent lets it go, and there's a high fly ball out in the right center field. Easy play for the center fielder, and the inning ends. Roman Halter ends the bottom half of the second inning with, no, Rowan Halter, I beg your pardon, ends it with a catch, but not after a lot of damage done. A lot of damage done. 5 runs cashed in for the Black and Green Brigade. It is 5-0 in favor of the Hornets. Dan Miller is going to return to the mound, I would assume. At least I would assume. We'll have 6, 7, and 8 due up in the bottom half of the third. And we'll see what those Perry Panthers have. Do they have a crazy comeback in the tank? They're going to need to empty out the tank rather soon because they're going to have to average at least 1 run per inning from here on out because there are 5 innings left in this baby. Remember, 7 innings in high school baseball. We've played 2, so 7 minus 2 equals 5, and they're down 5. This will be a tall task, especially against a dude like Dan Miller. Hunter Brand leads off, number 2, followed by number 17, Everett Doherty. And then number 8, Rowan Halter will come up next. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seniors on this Panthers squad. Again, the baseball's in out here. One hit the screening. Thought it hit near me, but it didn't. Brand is the designated hitter for those Perry Panthers. And you want to help out here. Down 5, heading into the top half of the third inning. Dan Miller has punched out 3 today, if I'm not mistaken. No, I will not be. First pitch. It's a line shot in left field for their second hit of the day. A base hit. Third picks it up, throws it into the cutoff Anthony. Watch out for the bunt. Everett Doherty's up. I'd be anticipating a bunt at least. On that pitcher's duel I was talking about at the beginning of the broadcast, looks like it ain't gonna happen. They have a new batter? No, I think they have a pinch runner. I don't see Brand out there. But anyways, number 17, Everett Doherty's up. Number 9 hitter, so I'd be anticipating a bunt maybe. Nick looks like he's not ready for one. He's closing in at third. Still playing on the dirt though. Now he's playing in as here comes the bunt attempt. Perhaps Nick really playing in. as that pitch misses, but he bunted out anyways. 0-1. Nick was basically right next to Doherty. I don't know how he's so close to that, as here he goes running in again. The 0-1 coming up. Nick really in. There's a bunt attempt right back to Dan Miller. That'll work as planned. Throw down to first. One gone. Gerd hustled in from left field to play at third, perhaps, as Dobbs was way in. Back to the top of the order with Rowan Halter. Rowan Halter with his team down 5-0 here in the top half of inning number 3. Dan waiting, he lets it go. That pitch misses high and away, 1-0. See some Tiger coaches, I think, out here just probably waiting to scout, looking to see what they're capable of winning this game, whether it's us or Perry. 1-0 misses by a little bit. 2-0. Home plate umpire. That's what he said, at least. 2-0 here. Dan Miller getting ready again. He's going to let it go here, and this one is bounced low 3-0. Now, I may be mistaken, but this might be the first 3-ball count we've seen Dan Miller all day. Hard to believe, I know. He's got William Battersher waiting patiently on deck. 3-0. And wisely laying off as that one was Highland. That's the first walk issued today by Dan, but everything's still all good, ladies and gentlemen, let me assure you. Battersher, the catcher, is up. Perry trying to respond to that explosive second inning we had with an explosive third inning of theirs. Dan with 2 runners on base for the first time all day. Multiple runners on base today. First pitch. Basher takes as that thing bounces to Cole 1-0. 5-0 here in good old Granger once again. We're winning. 1 out. Ground ball gets you out of this jelly of a jam. And the 1-0 is taken for a strike right over Main Street. 1-1. We have number 17. No, Doherty bunted out. Excuse me. As here comes the 1-ball-1-strike pitch. It's a bunt attempt. Speak of the devil. Dan Miller's got to hurry down to second. Parker Jenkins slides, and he can't get him. The bases will be loaded here with 1 out. Number 19, Thomas Whitaker at third. Rowan Halter at second. William Battersher at first. And Michael Takis is coming up to bat. They can get back in it, folks. Watch out now. Mitchell Takis. Number 13 for those Perry Panthers. Waiting. First pitch. Fouls one off the caging 0-1. Boy, oh boy, I shudder to think what Mitchell Takis could do out here. He could at least make it 5-1, which would be fine, but 5-2, not really. 5-3, not at all. 5-4, oh boy. That could happen. 0-1. Ooh, he tried to swing for the fences there, and he got what the old guy shot at. Nothing. 0-2 to Mitchell. Dan looking for what would be his 4th punch down of the day. But he's looking for a double play, I think. 0-2 coming up here. Swing and a miss. That's 2 outs. Jonathan Lemon, the right fielder, comes up to bat. Jonathan Lemon struck out earlier today. It's been the first 4 batters that have struck out today. Or the 1 to 4 batters that have struck out today, I beg your pardon. And ready again, Dan Miller wants to go. This one's popped up. Does Cole Fernandez have a point foul grounds? No, he does not. Heads up. 0-1. So they have 3 hits today. We have, I think, 4 hits. I'm not keeping scorecard at home, folks, because it's kind of hard to do when you're holding a phone in one hand and you have to crouch down to record whatever pitch happened or whatever happened. Wouldn't be the easiest thing in the history of mankind to do 2 things at once. Nothing at 1, 2 out. Dan eyeing the runner at second. Here's his 0-1, and this one is a strike right over the middle, 0-2. So Dan's a strike away from dancing out of danger, unharmed, hopefully. Be on the lookout for Jonathan Lemon, number 3 for the Panthers, who is at right field. 0-2, Dan Miller ready. Here comes the pitch, and he is going to get him to pop it up first base side and out of play. Foul grounds. Good job to stay alive there by Lemon. Still trying to get that 3rd out of the inning if you're Dan. The senior superstar. Of course, there are 13 senior superstars, of course. Waiting. And they're going to whistle, or not whistle, but they will call play dead. There's no whistle in a baseball, of course. I don't know why I even said that. Still nothing in 2 here to Mr. Lemon. Dan Miller looking for that big 3rd out. Doesn't matter how he gets it, matters if he gets it. And ready again. Here's his 0-2. Got him swinging. That is how you dodge danger, ladies and gentlemen. So the Panthers have the bases loaded with 1 out. Can't get a single soul to score because Dan Miller just struck out Takis and then struck out Lemon for the 2nd time today. 5 strikeouts through 3 for Dan. Still 5-0. Gird's leading off, followed by Logan, followed by Cole. Boy, do we need that like crazy. Bases loaded, 1 out. I was preparing for the worst, but there's a reason why Dan Miller is a good pitcher. There's a reason why Coach Grissom trusts him all the time, and that's why. Jack Kent, he's returning to the mound. This is a little shocking, folks. He had a bad 2nd inning, had a good 1st inning, though, but not really in the 2nd. Gave up 5 runs. See what Luke can do to lead off the bottom half of the 3rd. Had a nice bunt single back in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. 10 men came up to bat in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. So hope we can do it again or something like that. Winner of this game gets Washington in Struthers Bob Scene Park, which is quite a hike. When that game wins districts, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, so they throw it in a second. The catcher in Battersher. Luke Girding kicking things off in the bottom half of inning number 3. Wonderful day out here in good old Granger. Halfway to the mercy rule. Of course, we have to make it double digits by 5, of course. Here comes the first pitch to Gird. Does he dare bunt? No, he's going to watch low. 1-0. Bat on his shoulder the whole time. Looks like there's a lacrosse game, a youth lacrosse game going on. Down on the hill, down on the hill. Yes, 1-0 to Gird is going to be bounce foul, and that one out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike to the senior left fielder. Highlands, and they got the Eagles as well. I don't know if it's St. Ed's or whatnot because they're green, but I didn't think St. Ed's had. As the 1-1 pitch comes up here. Luke Girding, did he go around? I don't believe he did. They want to peel down to first, and first base umpire agrees with me. 2-1. I don't think St. Ed's had any elementary schools as far as I was aware. They're a private school after all. 2-1 to Gerd. He's waiting the pitch. That thing's high and in. 3-1. Logan Spate waiting patiently on deck. In a 5-0 affair here on WHBW. 3-1 coming up, and Girding is gonna. Oh, he thought it was a ball 4, but it's a strike 2 instead. And now we got ourselves a full count here. Jack Kent's looking for a leadoff out. He hasn't gotten that at all today. Through the first 2 innings, payoff here. Girding is gonna go down swinging, so now he gets it. It's all right. Logan Spate's up. We'll see if Kent's has calmed down or whatnot. Ah, yes, Logan Spate. Reached down here last time and came around and scored. He's going to hit one high in the air out to first base, and that ball goes out of play, heading for some cars that are driving inconveniently towards that spot. Found it the other way means one thing and one thing only. You are a little late. By a little, I mean a lot. It is 0-1 to the designated hitter. Getting ready again. Pitch here from Kent, and Logan Wisely was off 1-1. I would love to win today, folks. It's been good thus far. 1-1. Logan's going to foul one back, and it's 1-2. Bottom half the third, no one on, 1 out. So Luke got out swinging last AB, and now Logan comes up trying to avenge him, perhaps. He's going to hit one out in the center field. That ball is going to be caught. Well, no, not Basher, but Halter, 2 gone. Can't hit the ball any harder than that. Can't hit it at a more inconvenient spot, however. So 2 gone. Cole Fernandez comes up to bat. Had a bases loaded walk last time. Kent has really calmed down out here. First pitch. Ball 1. High and away. 1 up. Nobody's tuning in. If you can get this, if anyone's having issues watching or listening, please let me know. 1-0 here. Cole Fernandez with the Baltimore chopper to third. Easy play. Fumbled by the third baseman, then a bad throw. Cole's going to reach on an error. That's the second error of the ball game today for Alessandro, and keeps the inning alive. Parker Janicus. What does Parker have in stock? Let's hope something good. Went down on strikes last time. I think it was down swinging too. First pitch. Parker watches a floater in there, 0-1. Bottom half of the third inning, and the good guys are up by 5. And right once again, the pitch. Parker wisely lays off, low and away, 1-1. 1-1 to Parker Janicus. Trying to get a 2-out rally stern for the good guys. And now the run goes Cole Fernandez. That ball bounces off the umpire. Taking second easily is Cole Fernandez. 2-2. Looks like it hit him in the stomach. It's Glen Oak, by the way. That's who the Eagles are. Saw some guy with a Glen Oak shirt. Didn't think it was St. Ed's. Glen Oak's kind of a hike from here. That's Canton. So is Maslin Perry. That's for, of course, a lacrosse game in Glen Oak. 2-1 to Parker. He will Watch strike 2, 2-2. Now he's a strike away from putting up a donut in the inning column. Bottom of the third. So getting ready once again. Here is Kent. And he wants to go on 2-2. Parker is going to be down looking. His second time he's gone down on Case today. And that concludes a very uneventful third inning. And it is a 5-0 ball game as Dan Miller is going to return to the mound, as you might expect. So to my surprise, Jack Kintz went back out there. To my surprise, Jack Kintz did not give up a hit. He did give up an error, but not a hit. Roman Alessandro, Jack Kent, Brian Whitmer lead off. In the top half of inning number 4 for the Panthers. Great day out here as the good guys are looking to hold on to a 5-run cushion. All 5 runs cashed in the second inning. I'm pretty sure Coach Grissom would rather have a mercy rule out here. That's what Washington did yesterday to North Olmsted. They did in 5 innings, 10-0. And we're getting the Tigers tomorrow. The very neutral spot of Struthers. We all know Struthers is right in between Highland and Massillon. Hope you know I'm being sarcastic, folks. Okie dokie. Connor Dean practicing with Dan Miller as Cole Fernandez yet to check in. He was on at second. And Connor's going to check out, I believe, for Cole. We're going to get the baseballs in, I think. Nope, not yet. Just 2 baseballs came around here, not where I'm standing. It is 5, 6, 7 due up for the Perry Panthers. I don't know where everybody is. I know, well. See what happens out here in the top half of inning number 4 with the good guys ahead, 5-0. You need a multi-run inning if they want to keep things alive. Roman Alessandro kicks things off for the Perry Panthers. Pitch is swung on and hit out to right center. Casey Miser calls off Colton Winston and will catch it. Again, can't hit a ball any harder than that, but can't hit a ball any more inconveniently than that. The 1 gone, and Jack Kentz is up, excuse me. Kentz, the pitcher, had a hit last time. And on this first pitch, he watches Cole struggle to get it 1-0, missing outside. Looking to make it to the district finals for the 3rd consecutive year. They got someone cooking the pen now. Is this 1-0's bounce foul? Third base sign. Nobody can get it. Again, a foul ball, 1-1. Your count here to Kent. Dan getting ready. Here he comes with his 1-1. Rolls one on the ground is short. Anthony DePompeon throws on the run of Gibb. 2 gone. That was nice. That was easy. Brian Whitmer comes up to bat. 2 quick outs on 4 pitches. As they trade baseballs out there. Oh boy, there's a bug right near me. A giant bug too. Giant fly, I ought to say. And anyways, it's like the umpire conversing with Cole Fernandez right now. Don't know what for. What I do know is that there's 2 outs and Brian Whitmer waiting. Don't know what's going on right now. But 2 quick outs for Dan Miller nonetheless. The break huddled the hitting coach and Brian Whitmer. Whitmer waiting. First pitch to him. High and in 1-0. Everything's still all good. We got someone in the bullpen once again here as the 1-0 coming up is going to be a bouncer to third. 2 hops this time. Dobbs throws down to Gibbon. That's a 1-2-3 inning. First time we've seen a 1-2-3 inning since the top half of the first inning. It's the top half of the order. Speaking of top, 5-0. Colton Winston, Anthony DePompe, Casey Miser, R&D leading off as Jack Kent's coming back. Yes, he is. At a very calm bottom half of the third inning, despite a 2-out error. But his team's still in a world of trouble. They might be down to their last 9 outs of the campaign. Trust me when I say nobody wants their season to end. That was a very fast inning. 6 pitches for Dan Miller in the top half of the 4th inning. We are perhaps halfway home in this baby. And now they gun it down to second. You know what that means? The catcher, batter sure guns it down second. You know what that means? We got ourselves the bottom half of the 4th inning up and underway. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Colton Winston's kicking off the bottom of the 4th. Hey, we got someone. If you are having issues watch or listening, please let me know in the comment section. First pitch of Colton. Oh, he gives this ball right to center field. 1 gone. Rowan Halter barely had to move. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now Anthony DePompe comes up to bat for the good guys. I had 5-0 here in the bottom half of the 4th, so we're possibly halfway through this thing. You never know, though. At least halfway through this thing. First pitch is outside, Anthony. Who knows? We could be going extras. Who knows? Won't doubt anything, ladies and gentlemen. 1 ball, no strikes. Anthony DePompe waiting. Here it comes. He hits one high in the air towards the center of the field and caught by the second baseman, Delia. That's 3 pitches to get 2 outs. Casey Miser, who drew an intentional walk last time, comes up to bat for the Black and Green Brigade. Looks like it's got the makings of a quick inning here for Jack Kent. 5-run tattoo in the bottom. The second has been the difference maker in a 5-0 game. First pitch, Casey takes 0-1. You had to on the first 2 men. Made 3 pitches to get the outs combined. 0-1 here to Casey. Here it comes from Kent. And that one misses all and away. 1-1. Third pitch of the at-bat if you do the simple math. And 6th pitch of the inning for Jack Kent. Waiting here, Casey Miser. Try and get something cooking out here. The pitch. High and away, 2-1. So we'll throw more pitches this inning than Dan did in the top half of this inning. Tell you, Dan's not going to like a quick 1-2-3 inning because that means he's going to have to go back to work immediately. We'll have to see a 5 spot in this thing, but what are the odds of that, folks? Here it comes on 2-1. There's a ground ball right to second. Easy play there. Throw down from Delia. Gets him. That is the first time we went down in order all day, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 5-0 contest. Dan Miller launched a 7-pitch inning after he threw a 6-pitch inning in the top half of the 4th inning. That went rather fast. I say rather fast, I mean super duper fast. Hunter Brand, Everett Doherty, and Rowan Halter are kicking off the top half of the 5th inning for the Perry Panthers. They're down to their last 9 outs and they need 5 runs. They're going to have 2 multi-run innings, perhaps. At least one, of course. They're down 5-0, but they're thinking, hey, we gave up a 5-run inning. Why can't we get a 5-run inning ourselves? But let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's pray to the good Lord that does not happen. As we still have a 5-0 lead out here. All 5 runs came in the bottom half of inning number 2. We will be the designated home team if we can hold on to this 5-run cushion. But if Perry comes back, let's pray to God that doesn't happen. But if they do, Washington's going to be the home team. And Coach Grissom's not going to be a happy man. Coach Grissom's going to be very angry after the game. Still action on the right field bullpen, the makeshift bullpen. Kind of reminiscent of Fisher Field. Or it's definitely makeshift on the visitors' dugout, but on the home dugout, it's much more impressive, the bullpen. Hunter Brand is kicking things off in the top half of the 5th inning as promised. Plate umpire looking for more balls out there. Just talking with Coach Stobbs and Coach Grissom, trying to fire them in now. At least one, that is. Dan Miller went today. If we win, I assume D2NE goes tomorrow. I would think D2NE goes tomorrow. Here we go with Hunter Brand. First pitch to Brand is a roller to third. Stopped by Nick. He's got to hurry. The gun down at first. He got him. No, he didn't. He's safe. Oh, that was a nice effort by Nick. I assume they'll call that a hit, mainly due to how difficult that play was going to be. Still almost got him. I thought he got him, but first base umpire had better judgment than I did. Everett Doherty's up. Doherty. Hitting. He's bunting as the first pitch is a strike. And a foul ball, to be exact, 0-1. Nick was racing in again for Doherty. He's on the infield grass, Nick. Showing bunt again, 0-1. Here's upstairs, 1-1. We're in the top half of the 5th inning, ladies and gentlemen, and we got ourselves a 5-0 lead. All 5 runs in the bottom half of inning number 2. Dirty waiting, the pitch. He is going to swing. He is going to miss that breaking ball in the dirt. So now he's obviously not going to bunt. It is 1-2. Doherty waiting. Dan Miller, pickoff attempt to first. No tag by Gibb. 5 strikeouts thus far for Dan Miller through 4 innings. Did not get a single strikeout in the 4th, as the 1-2 here is a little outside, 2-2. They're playing in a modern day game of high school baseball where the divisions are much more spread out. Districts don't mean as much as they used to, but state totals still mean the same. 2-2 is a line shot to third. One hop this time. Dobbs spins. He throws down again. What a nice play for out number one. A good stab by Gibb as well. Rowan Halter is up. Rowan Halter with one out here in the top half of inning number 5, as seems still trailing by a considerable amount. 5 to be exact. 8 outs left in their season, folks. Getting ready here, the first pitch. Ball 1, high and away. I really don't want the season to end. As of now, it looks good, but you never know what can happen in the game of baseball. There ain't no clock after all. 1-0 here. Bounces. 2-0, and now a timeout taken. Stepping off the batter's box is Rowan Halter. Halter with Brand, I believe, at second here with one gone. You got 2 balls, no strikes, says the home plate umpire. In the last game of the season here at Highland High School. 2-0 is whiffed at way low, but hey, he's still whiffed nonetheless. 2-1. Dan Miller getting ready again. Getting the sign from Cole Fernandez. Looking at the runner at second. Step off. Empty bag at first here with one gone. Halter waiting. 2-1 coming up here. He gun strike 2, Dan Miller, 2-2. Just trying to get out number 2. Don't have to worry about a double play. Won't be the easiest thing of all time when there's an empty bag at first. No forced play, of course. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Getting ready again, Dan, and another timeout granted. Perry trying to play around with Dan's rhythm, I can only assume. I mean, can you blame them? They're down 5. 2-2 pitch coming up here, and he's going to hit one high there out to straightaway center. Colton Winston will catch with a runner there tag. No, he will not. I see Will Rogas is checked in at second base. By the way, apologies for not catching that any earlier. But Will Rogas in for Parker Janikis at second. 2 men retired. William Battersher up. 2 out runner at second. Battersher waiting. Dan Miller fires the ball low. 1-0. Just a good day out here. Perry may not have a good day soon. It's been one disastrous inning that's been the difference maker out here today for them. 1-0. Battersher with a sky-high pop fly to third. Easy play, Nick Dubkowski. He should catch this, and he will. 5 shutout for Dan Miller. Just needs 6 more outs to finish him off. Yes, sir. 4.5 in the books. And it is 5-0. We're going to have Grady Gibb lead off, followed by Nick Dubkowski, followed by Luke Erding. How about that? How about that? And we'll see if they go with a new pitcher. No, Jack Kent's returning to the mound. And really, outside of that second inning, he's had a masterful day. Even with that second inning, he has not done that bad. Grady Gibb did burn him with a 2-run single with 2 outs last AB. That was back in the bottom half of the second inning. So, will we have a mercy rule game? We need 5 to make it happen. Not the easiest task in the history of mankind, but we started off the bottom of the second with 5, 6, and 7. Starting off the bottom half of the fifth with 4, 5, 6, mighty darn close to that. Okie dokie. They're going to have 3, 4, 5 due up in the top half of inning number 6. As they're waiting, the catcher pump fakes and batter guns down to second. The only offense they had today, the Panthers, was in the top of the third. They had the bases loaded, 1 out, and couldn't get anybody to score. All right, Gibby, let's do this. Bottom half of inning number 5. Gib will dig in out here. The good guy's up 5. First pitch. He's going to reach out and single into center. That's why I like to see a base hit. His second hit of the day, that puts 1 on with nobody out. Nick Dubkowski up. What will Dobbs do here? And I'm a little unsure about. Third baseman Poison and Alessandro. We'll see what Nick does here. First pitch coming up. He's going to flare 1 right to second. Catch made. 1 gone. I'm surprised he didn't let it drop just so he could get a nice shot at a double play. Good catch nonetheless, but Delia, he's had himself a busy day at second despite not batting. It is Luke Gurdon coming up to bat. Luke Gurdon, 1 on, 1 out, first 2 men out of first pitch. So with a runner at first, I will not swing if I'm Gerd. And he wisely lays off 1-0. Can't let a ground ball happen, because that could lead to a 3-pitch inning, ladies and gentlemen. But a good eye by Gerding. Well, again, would be next. Unless there's the double play. 1-0 is a strike. 1-1. Game's gone by rather fast after a very slow pace of the first 2 innings, in my opinion. Runners going and Gibb swing and a miss. Here's the throw down second. You are safe, Gibb. 1-2, meanwhile, to Luke Gerding. Jack Hintz might be in some trouble again. Well, he did have a runner on at second with 2 out in the bottom half of, what was it, the 3rd inning, and he danced out of it, albeit there were 2 going in that inning. That breaks up the double play. Kent's looking to get out number 2 on Gerding, but let's hope Gerd has other things to say about it. Pickoff attempt. Gibbs in trouble. He slips and falls, and he's safe. Got back to second just barely. That was super lucky, because that could quite easily have been the second out. But a good eye by the second base umpire. They've shifted over to second and third, not first and second now. Luke Gerding, waiting. 1-2 here. Watches low, 2-2. About you folks, but I really don't want this season to end. I want to continue. 2-2 to Gerd. I mean, we got 5 run away, but still, that all came in 1 inning. Pitch. Upstairs, 3-2. Hogan Spate waits patiently on deck. Start out 1-2. He's thrown 2 straight balls now. Kent's with nobody in the bullpen now. We'll see if Coach Whitaker still has faith in him or whatnot. Payoff. Here it comes. And Gird's going to ground one short. Easy play there. The throw down's a one-hopper, and that got away. Gibb will score. It is 6-0. Oh, do we need that like crazy? Their third error of the day. This time it is on Brian Whitmer. Fielded it cleanly, but the throw down to first skipped by the first baseman. Logan Spate with his team up 6-0, looking to make it a little bit more. Feel a little bit better about this game. Because if by any chance they get the bases loaded and hit a grand slam, of course, it's still a multi-run game. 6-0, Logan Spate is up. With Gird at first. Not going. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. So staying out there is Jack Hens. A little surprised by this. He's gone 4 1/3. Pickoff attempt to Gertie, safe. A little surprised by that. He struggled immensely in the second. This fifth inning could balloon perhaps if he ain't careful. If he ain't careful, that is. Here's the pitch. Strike to Logan, 1-1. Gibbs scored on that reach on air for Gird. Getting ready again. Here's his pitch. Logan Spate is going to lay off low, 2-1. Winner's going to go to Struthers to play the Tigers of Massillon, Washington. 2-1 is the count to Logan. Look at first. He's going. The pitch is swung on and hit high in the air out to right field. Luke's got to get back as the catch is made. He will not throw down to first. Good catch by the right fielder, Jonathan Lemon. Cole Fernandez comes up to bat. Cole Fernandez. He's gone on base twice, one via walk, one via reach on air. Not bad. Cole is waiting here. The first pitch. Strike one. Looked like a changeup to me. 0-1. Hornets 6, Panthers 0 here in the bottom half of inning number 5. Pickoff attempt. Gird safe. Nothing in one here to the catcher, Cole. Waiting, the pitch. Gird's going. There's a throw down to second, and Gird might be out. He is safe. Nice. He just got in there. What was the pitch, however? Was it a ball or was it a strike? Cole took it. That's the thing. Scoreboard has not updated. 0-2. That's what it is. 0-2 to Cole. Looking to get Gird home from second is Cole Fernandez. As Judge Kent's looking to prevent that from happening. Here it comes on 0-2, and Cole's going to foul one back. Still nothing in 2, ladies and gentlemen. Dan Miller, I assume, will be back out there on the mound in the top half of the 6th. Needs just 6 outs to give up less than 6. As that one misses, blowing away 1-2. At least 6. Who knows? Could be more. Cole Fernandez is up. 6-0 our score. And ready again. Here it comes. A pickoff attempt to get Girding, and he just clutches onto the ball. Not doing a thing. Stop play. 1-2. As you count, it looked like the home plate umpire was motioning for Warner, but I think he's good. It's always a good thing. Let's hope he's fine. 1-2 here, as Kentz has given up his only run outside the second this inning. 1-2 coming up to Cole. He will foul one way back and out of play. That ball is gonna be caught by no one. One and two out here to Cole. Really making Kent's work out here. What is the sixth pitch of the at bat, I believe? 1-2 here is a called third strike. Cole couldn't do a darn thing about that. Don't fret, folks. We got ourselves a 6-0 lead out here on WHBW radio. And it looks like Stan Miller coming back out. I would assume he is. I see Redoni up there, but I don't think he's going to be pitching one. Maybe he will. We'll see if he wants to ration his pitchers, Jay Grissom, and whatnot. So when I see who's coming out to pitch, still waiting. As it's the top half of the sixth inning coming your way here on WHBW. Looks like Dan Miller will indeed be returning. Just saw Redoni out there. I'm like, it's really young. I thought I was going to save him for tomorrow. Those 3, 4, 5, Michael Takis, Jonathan Lemon, and Roman Alessandro. The Perry Panthers are in a world of trouble. Down by half a dozen in the top half of inning number 6. They could be down to their last 6 outs of the season. Game ain't over yet. Let me be the first to tell you folks that. Dan is doing He's doing dandy. A lot of people here today, whether they're watching the Highland Glen Oak boys lacrosse game, youth lacrosse game, watching the Highland Perry baseball postseason game. Yep, there's a dog right near me. That's why he said on. Takis will lead off in the top half of inning number 6 for the Panthers. We're going to need a lot of love out here. We have to average 3 runs per inning. After at one point they needed to average 1 run per inning. First pitch is high and in. I'm surprised he didn't try to take it right there. Takis needs to get on base. But hey, I won't complain. Dan can still get the out. 1-0 coming up. Misses outside 2-0. Dan works rather fast, let me tell you. So here we go. Miller wants it going 2-0, and he fires all upstairs 3-0. Oh boy. Jonathan Lemon waits patiently on deck. 3-0 here, and he wisely lays off, and it is a strike, however. Looked like he was ready to go down to first as Dan Miller's 3-1 here. Takis is a strike as well. So count that start off 3-0 has now become 3-2 full count to Mitchell Takis. Struck out at least once today. Dan trying to make it twice. Here it comes on the payoff. It's pop foul out of play. Still full, that's right. 7th pitch of the at-bat for Dan and Takis. Getting ready again. Here's your next payoff. Ball 4. Whoa. So yes, he does put him on at first after all. Jonathan Lemon is up. The cleanup man. No pinch run for number 13, Takis. Can't tell you who it is right now from this angle, my friends. Greg Whitaker talking it over with the home plate umpire. We need is a ground ball to get 2 outs. Preferably to Anthony or Well. Parker's laying off the bottom of the 6th from what I saw. So still wins the home plate umpire, jotting it down on his scorecard. 18 for 13. That'd be Anthony Goodson. Anthony Goodson is pinch running at first for the Perry Panthers. Down 6 in the top half of the 6th. 2 walks surrendered by Dan today. He's looking for that ground ball. First pitch. That is inside 1-0. Look out now. Just got to take a deep breather, ladies and gentlemen. Am I right or am I right? 1-0. Dan Miller ready. Wanting to go with Goodson at first, and he misses again inside 2-0. Oh boy. 2-0. Dan looking to get a ground ball of some sort. Here it comes. Finally fires a strike, 2-1. Just tuning in, it's 6-0 Highland over Perry. Top half of the 6th. We need 6 more outs. Pickoff attempt down to Gibb, not going to get him. Dan getting ready here on a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Eyeing the runner, Goodson at first. Another pickoff attempt. Ooh, that one almost went wild, but a good stab by Gibb at it. Remains 2-1, of course, and the runner's still on at first. Dan trying to get an out of any sort. It's 2-1 coming up right here, right now, is a roller to short. Anthony DePompe fumbles the ball. It's an error putting 2 on with nobody out. Happens to the best of us, let me tell you that. But Perry perhaps threatening Roman Alessandro with Anthony Goodson at second and Jonathan Lemon at first. This was not what we wanted. Alessandro. We'll see how he plays it here. First pitch. Ball 1. He could slice the lead in half with a home run. That's the scary part. 1 ball, no strikes here to Roman Alessandro. Looking at the runner second. Here's his pitch. Fouled back and it ricochets in front of Cole. Off the caging. 1-1. There's still nobody out. You gotta deal with Goodson at second and Lemon at first, and ain't nobody out. Dan Miller's just gotta get that out. Any way, shape, or form. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2. Snap throw down to first and got past Gibb. Here comes the runner down to third. And they got dudes at the corners here with nobody out now. 1-2. That wasn't good. Snap throw by Cole. Grady wasn't paying attention. He was there and the throw was bad. Regardless, runners at the corners. And the shutout in danger. 1-2, Dan Miller right. We'll see if the runner dares to go down to second. Pitch. There's a roar to third base. Is that fair ball? It's a foul ball. Thank God. That could have made it 6-1 as Nick could not get a handle of it. But it's all good. It's still 1-2. Roman Alessandro will return back to the plate. Jack Kent waiting patiently on deck, ladies and gentlemen. You see Josh Butcher making his way over towards me. He's going in the bullpen, ladies and gentlemen. He may be taking over for Dan relatively soon as there's a stop and a spin by Dan. Yep, Josh Butcher, number 20 for the good guys. Looks like he's going to stretch out there. Connor Dean will catch for him. Dan's ready. 1-2. Looking for a strikeout, perhaps. And he's going to let it go. High and away. 2-2. Again, Kent waits patiently on deck, lost by any crazy chance there's a triple play. I mean, could have happened. What are the odds of that happening with guys at the corners? 2-2, getting ready here. Pitch. He did not strike him out. He missed a little inside. Full count. See if Coach Winston dares to talk to him upon if he puts him on here. 3-2, full count. Dan Miller getting ready again. Run goes. Payoff is hit high in the air out to right center. Casey Miser calling off everybody. Heads up. It's caught by Colton Winston as the runner did not tag. Talk about miscommunication almost backfiring on you, ladies and gentlemen. Good thing it didn't. One gone. Looked like Casey was well underneath, and then Colton at the 11th hour and 59th minute comes in. Now Jay Grissom's going to talk things over with Josh Butcher warming up in the bullpen. Don't think that's the end for Dan just yet. If it is the end, he's had himself a wonderful outing, 5 1/3, and thus far 0 runs. But Jack Kent with a shot at slicing this baby in half. Coach Grissom talking with the infield, talking with Dan. This is when you need to really step it up. That's just me speaking. Mr. Grissom, one of the best coaches in Northeast Ohio, let me assure you. That dude does a very good job in coaching the Black and Green Brigade, as he has been since he first got the job as the head coach in 2014. 1/200 games here in Highland. Jack Kent is up. Getting ready again, Dan. His first pitch with a run going. It is a strike. Snap throw down to Gibb, and that ball got away from Gibb, but he's able to keep it in front of him. 0-1. Runner and Goodson does not even bother trying to score on that. Would have been mighty close. Nothing at 1. Perry's singing. You do have a shot, but let's hope that shot dies soon. 0-1 misses upstairs, 1-1. They're still singing. We'll see how long it lasts. 1-1 strike. Getting ready again. Dan Miller wants to go. Sharply fouled, third base side. Ricochets into fair territory, but of course it went foul. It did indeed go foul. We're talking a 1-ball, 2-strike count here. Dan Miller trying to get Kent's out. Don't know if Jack Kent will come back out in the 6th inning. He's given up 6 runs today. Come on, Dan. 1-2, he's ready. The pitch coming up. Runner's in trouble. He's going to be picked off. You got to go home with it. The runner will score. Gibb will Oh, he's still somehow alive as Dan Miller. Nope, he's out, but the run does come in. I mean, you got a giant lead anyways. I think it'd be all right if you ignore the runner at third. But they did make it 6-1, breaking up the shutout. A strike away from ending the inning here is Dan Miller. Kins can only make it 6-2, best case scenario for him. 1-2, and he's down looking. So Dan loses the shutout, but he does not lose the lead. And he does not lose command. He's probably going to be kicking himself after that. But if I'm Coach Grissom, I say, hey, that ain't worth kicking yourself over. Your team's up 6-1 here. In the bottom half of the sixth inning, we'll see if Kins will come back. As he's got Parker Janicus, Colton Winston, and Casey Miser. No, Anthony DePompe, not Casey Miser. Waiting off in the bottom half of inning number 6. Excuse me. Jack Kins back out there. Well, I thought we were going to run away with this one, but he's kept us in check. 1 run ever since that frustrating second inning where he surrendered 5. So it's been a little bit better for Jack Kins ever since that point. Five runs will win it for the good guys. Parker Janicus leads off once again, followed by Colton Winston, followed by Anthony DePompe. On PJ's right. Parker leads off. And what's now a 6-1 ball game. We're still winning. Have no fear. First pitch, Parker fouls it back. Josh Butcher returns to the bullpen with Connor Dean out there. Looks like Josh may be coming out in the 7th. He's got a 5-run lead to operate with, at least, if he comes in. As that one is bounced to Parker, 1-1. Winner plays Washington in Struthers, Ohio, right near the Inzerbata Youngstown. 1-1 here, Parker. Skies 1 foul, out of play, first base side. So it's 1-2. Can't lose your grip on the game at all. And we had a 5-run inning. Perry's like, we can have a 5-run inning ourselves too, but let's hope that doesn't happen. 1-2, Parker Janicus is going to hit one high there, shallow left, and that will sit down for a base hit. So Parker will avoid the dreaded 3-strikeout game for now. Colton Winston will bat. We'll see if Mr. Winston dares to bunt. Well, now Sandro, I'd be aware of that. Sandro looks alert on it indeed. He's playing the infield grass. First pitch shows bunt, and he wisely lays off. It's upstairs 1-0. Colton getting ready once again. We dare lay one down. The 1-0 coming up. He will instead just watch it upstairs. Looked like he was going to try to swing. But he decides otherwise. It's 2-0. Anthony on deck. Parker on at first. Ain't nobody out. And ain't nobody in thus far this inning. Pitch, Colton Winston wisely lays off. It's 3-0. Parker to hold at first. And Anthony waits patiently on deck. 6-1 in favor of the good guys. Getting ready once again. Here comes the 3-0. If I'm Colton, yep, I take that thing as that ball is going to be inside for ball 4. Parker to second. Kent's is still out there begging for mercy, the Tiffin commit. And I think he's done. I see the head coach, Craig Whitaker, checking in. It was a good job there by Jack Kent. It was just a rotten second inning that wound up killing him. He's going to be for the Tiffin Dragons next year from what I've heard. Kent is a senior, so he may have just pitched his last game, ladies and gentlemen. Unless they still have faith in him. They still have faith in Jack Kent. How about this, folks? Or do they? No, they don't. They're going to take him out of the game. On the mound, that is. Kent will move to third base. And Roman Alessandro will take over on the mound. Alessandro in some trouble as Jack Kent has given up at least 6 runs today. Anthony DePompe waiting. He'll be the first batter to greet Alessandro out there. Parker at second. He reached on a bloop single in the left center. Colton reached on a 4-pitch walk. And Alessandro trying to clean up the mess made by number 9, Jack Kent. Takes over at third for Alessandro. You definitely don't want to mess around with the meat of the order. You really don't want to mess around with any part of this order, really, folks. Don't really catch a break with this lineup. Which made that no-hitter Chase Clifford threw at the beginning of the season so shocking. I mean, yeah, he's going to pitch for the Jackets next year, just like Cooper Richnavsky. But still stunning nonetheless. I mean, we have one of the best offenses in Northeast Ohio. I'm not trying to toot our own horn out here, but just look at this lineup, man. There's no such thing as a break in this lineup. So Anthony will come up. Hence, the new third baseman as Roman Alessandro is on the mound. First pitch shows bunt. He fouls it back. So Anthony will try to bunt, I can only assume. 6-1. We'll have to get some more runs out here, folks. I'd like to have at least 5 runs just so we can go home happy. Scary thing is that the Tigers mercied North Olmsted 10-0 yesterday, and they have an extra night off. Showing Bun Anthony, first baseman, really playing in, and he's just going to spin Alessandro. 0-1 here to the shortstop. Roman Alessandro ready. Anthony dare to bunt again. First baseman ready for it. He is showing bunt. 0-1, he's going to get a good one down towards the mound. On it. Here's the throw down to first. It's high, and there goes Parker Jenkins trying to score. Here is no throw home. Colton down to third. It is 7-1. That is an error on Alessandro again. Even so, I don't know if he was going to get Anthony out, but still Parker scored nonetheless. And they let Casey swing. Looks like they will. He's digging in, folks. Colton at third, Anthony at first. Ain't nobody out. Parker has scored. First pitch. Swung on and lined out to center. This should get a run in as the catch is made. Here comes Colton ready to score. Here's a gun to the cutoff. It's 8-1. So Casey Miser, who despite not getting a hit, I believe, today, does have a run cashed in. That's all you can ask for if you're a future Ohio Bobcat like Casey Miser is going to play for the Bobcats. Here's a guy that's not going to play for Bobcats, but still going there nonetheless. Grady Gibb. Anthony's still at first here with one out now, and Grady trying to make it 10-1. That swing and a miss, and he got nothing. Nothing in one here. The first baseman, Gibb. And right pitch. Sharply ruled to short. Easy fumble by the shortstop. He's not going to get anybody. And a lot of frustration out there. Brian Whitmer commits another error. Home run's going to win the game, folks. Nick Dubkowski is up. And if I'm Dobbs, yeah, I try to swing for the fences at least. I mean, you basically got this game all to yourselves unless the nuclear meltdown in the top of the seventh. It's Anthony at second. Gibb at first. First pitch, and Dobbs is going to hit one in the air out to shallow right. That ball is going to sit down in foul territory by a little bit. Tomorrow we will take on Massillon, Washington. Then again, West Perry has a miraculous seventh inning, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony at second. He reached on an error. And first base, Grady Gibb, likewise, reached on an error. Nothing in one to the third baseman, Nick Dubkowski. Roman Alessandro looking to get out of this inning with limited damage. Here comes his 0-1, and Nick is going to take right over the middle, 0-2. That long bus ride Struthers looks more and more likely in our favor. Nick hits a homer, it will be. 0-2, pickoff attempt down to second. That dances on into center field, but Anthony too slow to get up. So he'll stay put at second. Josh having fun in the bullpen. I mean, he'd be having fun too if your team's up 7 in the bottom half of inning number 6. Nick Dubkowski, what will he do here? 0-2, he swings, he misses, and he can't advance down to first due to the runner being at first. Try to make it 11-1 on that swing. Luke Girding comes up to bat. And there ain't really a break with this lineup, folks. Luke Girding does have a homer this year, but will he do it again? Not really the type of guy that can burn you with his power, more so than speed, rather. Here comes the first pitch to Gird. He's waiting. 2 on, 2 out. He's going to hit one high in the air. First base sign. Does he have a play? The first baseman? No, he does not. Mitchell Takis, first baseman. The Perry Panthers will have the bomb the order due up in the top half of the 7th inning. In the top half of the 7th inning, indeed. Trailing by 7 bare minimum. Getting ready again. Here comes the 0-1 here to Gert as there's a spin and a no throw. 0-1 here to Luke Girding. Let's see what happens here. And Ray Roman Alessandro lets it go, and that one is off target, 1-1. Upstairs. If you happen to stumble upon this video, be sure, or audio stream, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon. Gotta know next time we go live, ladies and gentlemen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Getting ready, the pitch. Gerd takes, he's down 1-2. Safe to say Washington had a much smoother game than we did. I mean, we had one explosive inning, somewhat of an explosive inning this one, but still, they mercy North Olmsted. That concerns me. That concerns me. Tomorrow's game will be at 2 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. As it's 1-2. Getting ready again here is Alessandro. He is going to let it go with his 1-2 pitch right about now. Gerd went around, that's strike 3. And he'll just simply tag him better, sure. Gotta finish him off now. Josh still in the bullpen right now, as I would assume Dan Miller's gonna finish this one off. Sure enough, Dan Miller's back out there. You talk about the ultimate collapse. That's what it would take for Perry to win this thing. They have the bottom of the order due up. They're trying to make the district finals for a 3rd consecutive year. The good news is, when it comes to this district final, unlike the last 2 years when you were dealt Eds and St. V. St. M., good news is you're not dealt a private school. Bad news is you're dealt a public school that basically recruits Massillon, Washington. Baseball may not be their forte, but still, they won a boys basketball state championship earlier this year. The first time they ever did it. So reminiscent of Indiana football. One school that's known for one thing, but won it all in the other. Ryan Whitmer kicks things off in the top half of the 7th. Massillon Perry is in need of a miracle. Whitmer, Brandon Dougherty. Think this is the 3rd, or they'll be back to the top of the order for the 4th time today after this. Prayers being said for the Perry Panthers. First pitch. Fouled back, 0-1. One thing to have a 5-run inning like we did, but it's another thing to have 7 runs in the 7th. Thing in 1, Dan Miller ready. Here he comes, letting it go. That one's fouled. Heads up, everybody. That ball's heading for the lacrosse field. Nothing in 2, nobody out. Dan Miller getting ready once again into his windup. His nothing in 2. Ooh, almost gone, but it's a little upstairs. 1-2. Josh staying out there in the bullpen. Connor. There's the 1-2 coming up right here. Swing and a miss. 1 gone. And Perry really starting to feel uncomfy out here. Hunter Brand is up with his squad down 7. Needing to score 7, of course, within these next 2 outs. First pitch from Dan. Fouled and stuck on the caging 0-1. The Perry Panthers are down to their last 5 strikes of the season. Always frustrating to lose. Always frustrating to lose in the playoffs. Nothing in 1. Roll to third and short, actually. Anthony with a lunging throw down, and we have him down their last out. That was nice. That was a nice play. It was a ground ball left side. That's what it was. Ever Dougherty, their last hope. Or is it? It's number 4, Cade Karen Bauer, their last hope. Karen Bauer trying to find a lightning in a bottle. Nothing looking good for them. Says nothing on one of the scoreboard as a pitch comp here. That one misses. No, it's a strike. We have them down to their last strike. 0-2. Daniel Ray lets it go. High in the air out to right. Fittingly, Casey Miser underneath it. And the Hornets have a date with the Massillon Washington Tigers tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. The season ends for the Perry Panthers. They had themselves a frustrating season, but nothing to be ashamed of nonetheless. The good guys are still alive and need 5 more wins to win a state championship. It won't be easy, folks, but you never know what can happen in the wonderful world of high school baseball. And the good guys really taking advantage of a bottom half of the second inning where we just went absolutely nuts. There is a dejected Massillon Perry team. Washington's next tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Ain't gonna be easy going up against a school like Massillon, Washington. Let me assure you that. Everybody's happy for us.
I was listening to you out there.
What? Thank you, thank you. Means a lot.
Pretty good, Tommy.
Yeah, Mr. Gabe, it was a good game. No complaints. No complaints whatsoever. We'll try to get you some post-game interviews if we can out here on WHBW radio. Of course, Coach Grissom doesn't like when I film the post-game interviews. He doesn't like that, Mr. Oni. What's Reed got tomorrow?
We'll see. Hope he's got all of it.
I think he's got all of it. I know he's got all of it. Yep. On a good game, folks. An 8-1 triumph over the Rough and Tough. It's an hour 15 east. I don't know how to get there. I'm sorry. It's an eternity to get there. I don't think my parents would be too fine with that. A game well done for the good guys. And a dejected Massillon Perry team. How are you? It's a playoff game. That's why I am announcing. I'm announcing on YouTube. Yeah, because it's a playoff game. No.
Tommy.
Yes, Mr. Miser. Thank you. Well, we're waiting for the gang to break huddle out here. As Coach Grissom has to be pleased, but knowing that everything's not done. Hey, Hunter, how are you?
Good, yeah.
Good game, wasn't it? Yep. So it's not over yet this season, but a win is really going to help out our cause. Really going to help out our cause, ladies and gentlemen. We have not won districts in 8 years. How will that change tomorrow against Massillon, Washington, against Struthers? 2 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this is not the last broadcast of the season. Honestly, depends on what happens tomorrow. If we win, we go to Gilmore Academy. That's a much more manageable drive for me. So there is that. So Coach Jay Grissom talking things over with his squad out there. He's got to be happy with that one. We're 17-4 on the season, ladies and gentlemen. Again, he doesn't like when I record or film the post-game speech. So we're still waiting for them to break huddle out here. Looks like we're just about ready to break huddle. Coach Grissom breaks out the game. Hip hip hooray is indeed right. Might as well take off the headset. Is that better, folks?
Yes, sir, Tommy.
Yep, Gert, how about that game?
Great game, man. Great game. 8-1. Can't complain.
Yep. Who wants to talk? Anthony, want to talk? Good game out there. Good plays out there at short. How are you able to do it?
Stay true to my player. Play how I do and make the plays when I need to.
So it's Washington tomorrow. What's the odds of attacking them?
Attack them early.
Good.
Get out. Yep.
Sounds good, Anthony.
Yep.
Go luck.
Thank you.
Dan, good outing out there today. We got Washington tomorrow. How do we approach them?
Same way we did tonight. Throw strikes, hit strikes, and play some defense.
It's out in Struthers. We're gonna have a long bus ride. How do we prepare for that?
They got the same bus rides, so shouldn't be a problem.
All right, Dan. Love to hear it. Thank you. Love to hear it. Who else wants to talk? Where's Ree, number 11? That dude's gonna be on the mound tomorrow, I would assume. What a good game, folks. The good guys have won 8-1. And heart definitely goes out to the Perry Panthers, who had themselves a tough end to the year. Reed, tomorrow's the big outing for you. How are you going to approach them?
We're gonna go out there and shove like we've done all year. We're a competitive team. We're gonna win a district final.
All right, last 2 years it didn't happen. What makes this year different?
Got experience. We got confidence.
Like it, Reed. I like it a lot. Thank you. Good game. Hopefully we can win tomorrow. I think we can win tomorrow. I know we can win tomorrow. That's right. Reed for you, ladies and gentlemen. And an 8-1 final score. Good guys definitely did their job and did it pretty darn well. No whining at all about this game. You guys ready or?
What do you need, Tommy?
Coach, big win out there. How do we attack him that early and how did Dan do his thing?
Dan just did what Dan does, right?
Exactly.
No, I thought Dan was really good, like getting in the zone, attacking hitters all night long. And then offensively, I mean, you can tell me, you watch the game, but I think how many long at bats did we have early?
There were a lot. First two, he threw like 17 pitches or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah. So did a nice job working him and getting the ball in play, making them make defensive plays. And at some point in time, pressure will burst the pipe, right? Is that
Yeah.
what they say?
Oh, yeah. So the last 2 years were district final exits. What makes this year so different?
I'll tell you tomorrow after the game.
All right. I believe in Reed.
I do too.
All right. Yep, that's right, Coach Grissom. Good job as always. And that is all we have for today. Tomorrow at Struthers against the Massillon Washington Tigers. I have the foggiest how I'm going to get there. I really don't think I'm going to be there tomorrow. But I'll be watching in spirit, ladies and gentlemen. We're done. Tommy Marin thinking. Hopefully this is not the last audio live stream of the season. Hopefully we beat those Tigers tomorrow. Till next time, Tommy Marin thanking you for listening. This is it all season long. Thank you for choosing WHBW all season long. Till next time. Hopefully that's soon. Goodbye, everybody.